We have a very special next guest who does have a pulse on kind of the high-end consumer and restaurant business, but also made one of the most successful sauces. Well, that's just my personal opinion. He runs Rao's, which is widely considered one of the most exclusive restaurants in America. They've been serving classic Italian favorites at their 10-table restaurant in East Harlem, New York, for nearly 130 years. Now locations in Los Angeles and Miami. Those are okay, but they're not the original. Frank Pellegrino Jr. is the co-owner of Rao's. Can we tell people, Ken, that you're a regular? Frankie, can we tell people he's a regular?
We just did.
Yes, you can. And thank you so much for having me here this afternoon. It's a real honor and privilege. And all that work is done by our family, not just me. So my cousin Ron, who's my partner, we got Joe, Dino in the kitchen, and Tommy and everybody out there who's dedicating to delivering the best of what it is that we do.
And you sold off the name. I want to be clear. So what the sauce that got sold,
which I'm obsessed with.
Which, by the way, everybody is, and so is Campbell Soup for paying a couple $2 billion. You're still running the restaurants. And, you know, I'm a big fan of, I got a good friend, Tillman Fertitta, who's a huge restaurateur. I love the lunch and Power Lunch. What's it been like running a restaurant post-COVID? How have things changed for you, even at Rao's?
Yeah. Well, one thing has changed remarkably. The new 8 o'clock reservation is 6 o'clock or 7:30. And that's a trend that we've seen in every region that we're in, whether it be in Los Angeles, Miami, and especially here in New York. Now, in New York, that helps us out a little bit because then we can squeeze in an extra little table here or there for dear friends like Kenny and, of course, yourselves.
So, Ken, will you quickly tell the story? Because I think people think, well, Ken he's on CNBC. Of course he'd get a table here. No. And Frank shaking his head. He's like, that's not how this works. How did you become a regular?
So I was lucky enough to go one time with Frankie. I was at the bar, and Frankie sat us, like he said, they were able to fit somebody in.
How long ago was this?
This was in 1998.
1998.
And we had a great time. It's like you're getting served by family. They're all literally family, and they treat you like family.
So 25 years ago, you show up at the bar and you think maybe I have a chance.
Well, yes, and you know, Frankie had said come to the bar and we'll see what we can do, and we ate and it was just incredible. And we thanked him the next day, and we were invited back, and we just made friendships. It's just a genuine.
Frankie, is this not a handwritten, hand-kept list of some kind? Like, how far in advance are you already booked for the entire year for 2025?
Well, I think the true reason for the success of Rao's on 114th Street and Pleasant Avenue is that it has remained the same since the turn of the century. And what is of paramount concern to us is our guests and their satisfaction and their well-being. You got to keep in mind it's 10 tables. The kitchen is wide open. When you walk down those first 4 steps, you see Dino in the kitchen. Back in the day, you saw my Uncle Vincent, my Aunt Anna, or even my father and myself. And so it was a small little team. So my dad would go take the order. I was the busboy. Order gets passed to me. I go make the appetizers for the guests who've been coming there now for 50 years already, and I'm 13.
They have set tables.
Yes.
Not that I would know. There's not like a reservation. It's like you have a table and a time.
Yeah, yes, that is correct.
I'm told.
Yeah. So, like, Kenny, you do what? Quarterlies now?
Six. Yeah.
So, he's bi-monthly.
I know my reservations for next year already.
The most powerful people in the world watch this network. And a lot of them, I mean, these are women and men who are used to getting what they want. And what they want to do is to go to your restaurant, Frankie, and they can't get in. What's your advice to them?
Patience, perseverance, and persistence.
And come sit at the bar.
And goodwill.